You are my responsibility. I take care of myself.
Before we get into this, I just want to say that this movie means a lot to me and was a major stepping stone with my love for action films. This was my first time seeing urban culture inside of a martial arts film. Yes, there were others before, but for my time, seeing DMX, Jet Li, and AAliyah share the same movie was crazy. So of course I'm really excited about rewatching this movie. The movie starts off with someone that left too soon, DMX, playing over a nice entertaining driving intro. I can appreciate the subtitles in the intro, giving off both cultures' vibes. Then we turn over to the club where all these extras are just livid that this Asian dude is in their club. I mean, they are just eyeing him like we are in the 60s right now. Security even walks up to him with a long-winded ass speech that pretty much sounded like, "You lost, boy? I think you in the wrong side of town." Another one of his countrymen comes in and tries to get him out before things pop off, but I see why they wasn't fucking with him in the first place. Buddy Pillsbury Doughboy to security, then Kane spins him in the nuts before he leaves. Now everybody gotta throw hands now. I know we were all thinking, of course this can only end with an overly dramatic standoff. Duh. But DMX says, "Hold my beer," and shoots his own club up, shutting the whole party down, of course. We then finally find out that it's a war going on between the two sides, and the right-hand man for the Chinese boss, Kai, was sent to get the boss's dumbass son back. And of course he's like,
whatever, I do what I want.
And to everyone, surprise, he dies. Bro, the kid doesn't even look phased. He's just like, oh my god, why he had to die on my route? So the news gets back to his father Chu. We switch scenes to Isaac, the head of his organization, and his second in command, Mac, when he gets a call and the news about his opposing forces situation. Isaac knows that if Chu suspects his people, then the tension would result in a serious bloodshed, so he starts his own investigation. Now we get to the man of the hour, where we now head to a prison where this guy goes to jail to find Han, played by Jet Li, and tell him about the passing. Why Buddy couldn't have called or wrote a letter? I don't know, but he did what he had to do. The victim turns out to be Han's brother, so he gets pissed and just decides, alright, I'm getting out of jail now. Getting caught was just a front, as he starts throwing upside down hands. My dog did bone-breaking x-rays before Mortal Kombat did bone-breaking x-rays. He manages to not only knock him out, but then break free to switch clothes with an officer. Han is then able to make it out of the prison before the other guards put the building on high alert. Isaac meets up with Chu to see what he can salvage from this situation, but it turns out not much. His fears come to fruition as tensions are higher than ever, and he now places his kids under protection. This is when we are introduced to Trisha, played by the late great AAliyah, who owns a salon in the middle of the city. She runs into one of Mac's henchmen, Maurice, who tells her he's here to stay. Riddle me this, Batman. How the fuck did he just get on a plane like that? This man just escaped prison. What, did he just dress up as a TSA agent too? Anyways, we go back to things that make sense. Like old shit talking black men in a barbershop.
I've been sitting in that same chair for the last 15 years. You couldn't attain a job if one bit you 2 times in the butt.
When a package arrives.
You want a job here? Open this damn box.
You know what's crazy? Bro was getting flamed up before he got flamed up.
Hiya, fellas.
Hiya, fellas.
We then sit with Trish as all of us watch Maurice completely fail at spitting game to this young lady next to him, which she uses this chance to slip away from his sight. She then runs into Han right as he's stealing a taxi, and she doesn't care as long as he slides out. He obligates and says fuck it. She looks like that singer, so I'm going to go ahead and shoot my shot before she leaves. And Trish over here looking like she with that Asian persuasion, so I ain't even mad at your boy. At the same time, Isaac is having a meeting to sell all the land that he owns to the NFL, and he's now waiting for a few more deeds to be signed over to him. Trish arrives at her store to see her brother Colin, in the back talking to their father after his meeting. Trish don't want any parts of their life that her brother and father live and does not like him doing business in her store. Meanwhile, Han sneaks into his brother's apartment to investigate and reminisce. While doing that, he finds out that Trish's store was the last place he called. Poor Trish. All she wants to do is do hair and dance with kids. But she can't because now she's stuck in a terrible dinner date with Mac. Mac tries to have big dick energy, but she splashes very cold water on that real quick.
You're an errand boy for my father.
Now he's in his feelings.
Hey, Mac, you so smooth with the ladies, baby. Water or something.
Where's my drink, man?
What the fuck you looking at?
Look at all these hurt people hurting people. Isaac meets with Colin and
Spence, tell me about this call you got.
Guy calls me up, says he wants to meet me. Just said he had a little something he thought might put a stop in this war, so, you know.
A little something, huh?
A little something.
This nigga stupid. I knew he was gonna die later just from this one dumbass sentence. My guy dumber than a baby in college. His father sees his dumbassness and tries to school him, but he's all like, I'm a man's man, dad. I got this. He don't got this at all. Mac then arrives with bad news about the barbershop, which is a clear message that his side of the street is now also being targeted. Han is outside of Trisha's shop when he realizes that 90s and 2000s R&B was that stalking era music, so he adapts to American culture.
Follow.
All the way to her crib. Hey, someone called the cancel police. He asks about the call, which leads to her dumbass brother, and before he gets to any more answers, the company arrives. They are not just going to let him walk away, so they immediately corner him. This means nothing if all you're gonna do is throw that weak ass left. Moron then leaves himself wide open for a 2-piece. Then we get some Jackie Chan stunts just to make it to the ground. These guys aren't done though, and whoa, so he just keeps a pair ready to whip and tie up people in this neighborhood? Alright, yeah, where that cancel police at? Alright bro, you actually deserve to get your ass whipped. After embarrassing all of them and giving Trisha that Asian BDE, he slides off. He used that same whip he just GTA'd to visit his brother's funeral and finally see his old man, which wasn't looking like it was going to be the happiest of welcomings. His father knows he broke out of prison, but all he cares about is finding his brother's killer. Han then goes to see Kai for more answers. Kai catches up with him on what happened that night and then also catches him up with these hands. Kai is just testing his reflexes though. You can tell by the good shit nod that he gives him after blocking a 4-piece. Han continues to impress Kai before heading out. Han is back on his R&B vibe and stalks Trisha in the park now.
I wanted the yellow one.
Oh, come on, get one of the yellow one. You want one?
Sure. I want the yellow one.
But he's at least smooth enough for her to ignore it. Mac notices Han and approaches him while the others recognize him by,
Ain't that the guy?
Hell yeah. Same chump took Mo's ride after he beat us down.
Hey, you talking about? Ain't nobody ever kicked my ass. What the hell y'all talking about?
Mac makes him play football, and since he's new to the sport, everybody starts plotting. This is when motherfuckers start hitting Han like niggas playing blitz.
Are they allowed to do that? Sure. It's a contact sport.
Hit me like that and nobody's catching no more footballs. Y'all only catching these hands. Han's feel me though. He's like, catching this football comes with hands, 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 more hands. Psych, hands.
Hey, brother. American football.
You lucky that's all you caught today. Han gives Trisha some more Asian BDE, then slides out. But you know who don't have BDE? This nigga right here. He even coughs like a bitch. Just listen to him.
He needs to start respecting me as a man. See what I'm saying? I mean, he needs to start respecting my manhood.
I'm a man's face sad.
You know I got ideas. It's like, shit, I am an idea.
I hate this nigga. Oh my god, I'm getting mad again. What was the scene about? It don't matter, he dies. Isaac and Trisha have a not so happy reunion at the crime scene. Once she leaves, Isaac gets back into boss mode, war ready. Han returns to his late brother's crib when he sees that it's been ransacked and destroyed. He investigates and Blue's Clues his way to his brother's car as well as a list of addresses. He goes back upstairs and finds a distraught Trisha. Did I miss something? How the fuck did she know where Han was going to be at? Oh shit, I guess Trisha knows about that R&B stalker music too.
I'm gonna tell my mom he'd been hurt, you know, hit by a car or something bad like that. And when she came running, he was supposed to jump out and surprise her.
Alright, he don't care, but the point is her brother is dead and she needs help. Han takes Trisha to look into the addresses and the first one they go to has nothing but dead bodies everywhere. Han realizes they were still fresh kills and wait, what? Han, you dumbass. If you were planning to run away, why expose yourself in the first place? So now we got a car chase. With some slick maneuvering, Han was able to get away until he was sick of this shit, and Uno reverses the car chase. Han was able to finish him when he finds out that it's a Chinese girl. Han doesn't want to hit a girl, and Trisha's like, fuck all of that. And he's like, I'm glad you feel that way. Mortal Kombat was out here taking notes, man, I'm telling you. Han tells his father about the hit actually being one of their own kind, and his father dismisses the claim, which makes Han more suspicious. Meanwhile, Mac heads to one of the deed owners to get them to sign the land over. Shit escalates and Mac forces him to sign the deed over anyway. At the same time, we see Kai entering one of the other family members' headquarters when he ends up revealing that he is a traitor. And Chu is the one in on the whole thing. Chu is also selling part of his land to the NFL, so him and Isaac are after the same thing, but with different methods. Speaking of, Isaac gets Trisha because he knows shit is hitting the fans, and he tries to tell her to chill from seeing Han. But of course she's like,
Whatever, I'll do what I want.
He still takes her back to their home, and while they're there, Roth calls to confirm his part of the deal. Ah, I see Han's a gambling man, because he's playing with his life right now. That is a grown ass black father on the other side of that room. Fuck these hands, he will put you on a shirt. Nah, he gets lucky though and manages to sneak away with Trisha, and they head to the last place on the list of addresses. They end up going to the same club from the beginning of the movie, and to kill some time, Trisha shows Han a different way to dance. The owner Silk interrupts the dance to complain about her pops trying to take his spot, when Mac shows up at the same time and demands the spot. Silk still refuses, and Mac deletes him and knocks out Han. Han wakes up in captivity, but Han has been through this type of scenario before, so he knows what to do. That right there, I swear, is Jet Li's style, where every once in a while he'll do a superhuman stunt and give it a nice speed blur effect, making it look wild as hell. I used to only see this in Jet Li movies. They make chase, but Han's got enough space to run away. Plus, they can't aim for shit. And now niggas out here getting super soaked. What a punchable face. But these boys traded this man Super Soaker for the Sleep Master 9000. I'm talking about sleep, 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 sleep. The sleepiest.
Everybody go night-night, nigga.
That nigga was tired. Maurice is the only one not tired though, and he tries to bear hug my mans to death. Then he tries to throw him out the window, and just like being tossed in a pool at a backyard barbecue, oh no, Playboy, you coming with me. He meets with Roth to seal the deal, and Isaac is right after him to finish off his part. Isaac, however, shakes things up. His goal was to take part ownership this whole time and go legit, so he holds on to his deeds until Roth accepts his offer. Apparently, being a business owner is not good enough for Mac, so he feels like this is the perfect time to betray him. Mac and Chu teamed up to take out deed owners, and Isaac was the only one that was out the loop. Mac then tells them that it was him that killed Colin, and Isaac goes for the put you on a shirt maneuver. Mac uses the put you on a shirt cheat code and puts Isaac to the ground. Now everybody popping off. Roth manages to escape and Mac chases after. Once Mac is gone, Trisha and Isaac manage to get free as well. Hey, Mac about that life though. Look how he hypes himself up for war.
Come get it!
Roth ends up losing all of the deeds, and how the fuck, when the fuck did he get up there? Mac has a backup gun, and just when he's about to fire, Han found out that Kai killed his brother, and he heads straight over to him. They skip the warm-up and start dancing immediately. Kai gets a good flying knee, but Han eats it and counters with a spinning right to the throat. Kai realizes he needs to get an upper hand, so he positions Han in front of the fiery hot bowl. This causes the whole boss level to change scenery as they are surrounded by fire. Kai is taking full advantage of the situation until Han is able to break free. Han then gets tossed out of the ring. But he beats the 10 count. Han solves his problem and begins round 2. Han is not afraid of pork because he goes after ribs. And more ribs. Then finishes his meal with a bone-breaking fatality. He then meets his father, who he lets the guilt finish him off instead of himself. We then end the movie with Han walking off with the draws that he worked so hard for, which was the whole premise of the movie, I think. Nah, but for real, this movie was a nice throwback for me. It was definitely an introduction for a more urban audience, seeing how there was only really like 3 skilled fighters in this entire movie. Nonetheless, the comedy and decent storyline makes up for the lack of hands. The next movie I want to talk about is Cradle to the Grave. Like if you like the video, subscribe if you like the content. Until next time, y'all be easy. I hate this nigga.